We are heading towards Sudbury. It is Thursday, and we are not alone in making the drive up north before the weekend cottage country rush hour. Welcome to our escapades. Ursula is the navigator, my name is Dieter, and I'm the wheelman. The highway to Sudbury is the 400, but we are making a detour via Casino Rama. During our travels, we found that the casinos had the cleanest washrooms. As a bonus, we sometimes walk out with a few dollars more, but not this time. The shortest way back to Highway 400 is via Bracebridge. It is lunchtime, and Sawdust City Brewing has good fish and chips for Ursula and a hamburger for me. 4 cans of beer to go. I will find a good time to enjoy them over the next few weeks. We are on Highway 400 again and getting closer to Sudbury. The road cuts further north expose some amazing rock formations. The bands of colors are likely from prehistoric lava flows and sediments. Sudbury is a well-known mining town in Canada, where 1.85 billion years ago a meteor impact left several valuable metals in the ground. But that is a story for another time. From Highway 17, we see the smokestacks and the tailings. Highway 17 bypasses Sudbury, and there are no gas stations immediately along the road. We took Highway 144 north. Windy Lake Provincial Park is northwest of Sudbury, behind the railway tracks. It can be noisy at times. The train will blow the horn at crossings day and night. We were all set up at 7 o'clock when I got the fire started. No matches. A blowtorch does a much better job. It was past 7 by the time we could enjoy a drink and a salty snack. On day 2, we had toast for breakfast. The thermostat was locked and loaded to keep the mosquitoes away. We found that it works very well as long as there is not too much wind. I always think of the mama mosquito that asked baby mosquito, "How was your first solo flight? Found any people?" "Yes, mama, I was the star. They all clapped." A few minutes from the campground are the Onaping Falls. We had some good rain showers over the past few days, and water was flowing plenty. A rugged path heads up the falls, providing an amazing view of the many turbulent drops and swirls. It is an awesome display of nature's power. The water finds a calmer way down on several side chutes. We spent too much time already hopping the boulders on the water's edge, so we turned back before we reached the bridge. Now that we saw Onaping Falls, we had to see the town of Onaping. There is a pizzeria. How could they know that we love pizza? We ordered a Hawaiian pizza and got a drink from the convenience store. The leftovers made a great dinner. But before dinner, we had to work for our breakfast. Just outside the campground is a blueberry patch. However, we came here to Windy Lake for the Conquer the Crater Triathlon. I am an official for Triathlon Ontario to make sure the races are safe and fair for everyone. This is an XTERRA triathlon. Same format, different terrain. The swim is in the lake as usual. Then the bike ride goes off-road over rugged terrain. And the race finishes with the run in rugged terrain.
Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Yeah, good luck, guys. Good luck.
The triathlon and the duathlon merge in transition 1. The difference is the first leg of the race. The duathlon has a shorter run to substitute for the swim. Both are scored individually and equally demanding. The bicycles head into the woods shortly after the transition. This is not your normal bike ride. Passing another athlete is not always possible. The trail is technical, which means there are narrow, root-covered sections, rocky sections, and drops and jumps. After the bike ride comes the run in the same rugged terrain. And finally, the finish line has its own surprises. These races are not always for a podium position, but an awesome way to push yourself to the finish line with a smile and the satisfaction that you made it. Congratulations to all the athletes. I had a great time being part of this event. The distinguishing feature of XTERRA Conquer the Crater is that 100% of all proceeds raised by the event support the Northern Cancer Foundation's Miles Against Cancer Fund, dedicated to improving the survival rate and quality of life of children and their families impacted by cancer in northeastern Ontario. The second day was the marathon, half marathon, 10k, 5k and all the way down to an obstacle race for the kids. The crowd made a big difference, cheering and cowbells all around. The obstacle run started with a warm-up. And then they were let loose. This race was the last for the day. Talking with the athletes, spectators and volunteers, I got a great tip for a restaurant. The Doghouse in Azilda, conveniently located between the campground and Sudbury. The restaurant is famous for its chicken wings. I got the baked sausage and pepper penne. Absolutely delicious. I finished my triathlon assignment. We had dinner. Now back to the campsite to fill out my reports. Yes, paperwork comes with officiating at these events. This was not our first visit to Windy Lake Provincial Park. The campground has up-to-date facilities and is well maintained. The beach wasn't very close to our campsite. Actually, the beach is on the other side of the bay. The view along the short hike is nice and the bird sounds are relaxing. We cheated and drove down to the beach. The rabbit gave us an evil eye. The Windy Lake camping and the Conquer the Crater Triathlon were the prelude to our trip to Tofino. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you out there.